Today, I'm going to show you a mini album I made for Halloween using the fabulous paper collection. Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums, and as part of my Halloween in August PSS for Paperstashsmash, I grabbed this 6x8 paper pad from my collection and wanted to make a mini album. I already had in my stash a pre-made mini album that I made following a tutorial using the Honeybee collection. I'll link that in the description box so you can see that video, but it's the same mini album as far as size and base and number of pages and all that. I did change a couple of things, but I also had two of these 6x8 paper pads. I used one full one, and this one I have about 15 or 16 sheets out of 24 plus. I had about 4 12 by 12 papers that matched the collection, and I also had a sticker sheet. Now, I didn't completely use the sticker sheet, but I have other projects coming up that I expect I will use it. So let me show you what I made. I made a mini album, and yes, I know, big surprise to everybody, especially because I asked people what I should make with my Halloween paper collections, and I got a lot of ideas, and let me tell you, I am not done. I'm going to use some of those ideas. So again, it is a mini album. That's where that one went. I made the front a shaker front. I'm trying to get some of these ghosts to move. I had a stamp set from Lawn Fawn. It was an old one from maybe 2018, I don't know. That just had this cute little ghost that matched some of the ghosts on the page, sorta, and I cut them out of, stamped and then cut it out of vellum using the die. I also added some flowers down at the bottom. There's a little bat ring there, and I added some verbiage that said spooktacular because in my mind I need verbiage on the front cover. So anyhow, that is the cover. I just used one of the sheets of paper that had this fun little haunted house. It was this, it was this page. It is a 6.5 by 8.5 with about a 2.5 inch spine. Yep. And there are 6 pages that are 6 by 8, so it works great for this paper collection. With lots of flaps and folds and all sorts of special things. So let me take you inside and show you what we have. For the inside front cover, I just sort of kept it plain, and I have a flap. Now, I did use this Place Photo Here sticker. It came from Not Too Shabby. There's that. Let me get the white paper so you can see what it looks like. It came from the Not Too Shabby shop. It's a great little one. It's got 4x6, 3x4, and 2.5 by 3.5. I also took some Halloween stamps that were just pretty basic and added them to the page just to make it sort of fun. So this actually is most of the photo mats. When I say it's for a 4x6 photo, this is a 4.25 by 6.25 photo mat, so you'll still see some of the orange around the edge. I do have that closure, magnet closure. I did put a little ribbon here so you know it's a tab. And then also I had this cut apart which sort of matched with this page, and I did another little flap there, and then I only glued it on three sides and made it so there is a room for a tag right up there. I just like to have a little bit more texture. So this is the front of page 1. Here is room to put a photo. Now, as you saw, I did have some photo mats there, but there are areas that I did not put photo mats because you could do either. You could put a 3x4 photo there or a 3x4 photo that way. You really could put a 4x6 photo right there if you wanted to as well. It depends on how many photos you have. So this opens up. Oh, you know what? I was trying to decide if I wanted that, and I changed. I decided not to. So again, you could put a 4x6 photo there. There's this little flap. This is one of the cut aparts from the 12x12 sheet. I just put some blank paper on the back. And then this closes like that. So you could add another 4x6 photo, or you could put your 4x6 photo here and a couple of 3x4 photos on this page. This is a great spot to add journaling, whether you take like a Sharpie and write something yourself or print it on a piece of paper and add it there. So this closes like that, and there is that page. Now this is a hidden pocket page mini album. I just left the pages blank because it allows you to put, maybe you want to put a 5x7 photo or 4x6 or a couple of 3x4 photos on each of these pages. So you could do whatever you want. Oops, it goes like this and then like that. So you could put a couple of photos there and room for journaling. So I just left that part blank, and yeah, just pretty blank. But I mean, we've gone through the inside front cover and the first page, including that, and I think there's already room for 12 photos. So yeah, I mean, you could also put a photo back here. All right, so this next page, whoops, I didn't put that in the right pocket. That goes in here. Okay, here's the next set of pages. Here's a fun little cut apart. I just have the ghosties here. I just glued this down on two sides, and this is a cut apart. I matted a couple of times, just put some plain cardstock in the back. I could have glued it on three sides, but it depends on if you put two photos. I mean, you could cover this up and put a photo. And then I didn't want it to be too thick that you couldn't get it inside. So anyhow, this will open like this. And further, it will open like that. So you can put your 3x4 photos or 4x4 photos if you wanted to. So that'll close, and it'll also come down, giving you room for another photo. And of course, you could add your pictures right there. This is really a simple page, but you get a lot of bang for your buck. Now, first of all, you could add a photo here. You could also put a photo on here if you wanted to. Nothing's stopping you. So I just cut a 6x8 page there, trying to leave it so you can see the sentiment, and then put the same page inside. But even if you were to cover this, you've got it written there, and then that's a great spot for a photo. And there is room on the side to put, you could put a 3x4 photo, you could journal, or you could put a 2.5 by 3.5 photo there as well. And there is our hidden pocket page. So here we go to the next set of pages. This is actually a belly band, so it's a magnetized belly band. This was a, I guess, 2x2 cut apart, so this will open like that. And this was just one of those, this is great about 6x8 paper pads, is you get some full pages and you can use them in this kind of mini album. So it'll open that way, room for your 4x6 photo. And by the way, wherever you see a sticker, it's open, so you can still put your photo there. Same as there, that's open, well, it is. And then this comes down. So there is another little friend and room on this page to put your picture. So that closes like that. Oops, this. This black star paper actually came from a Cartabella collection. I couldn't tell you what it's called, but it matched. The gray was perfect with these grain tones here. I left this blank because it's got room that you could put a photo right there. I think that would be fun. But this will open like that, and that opens like that, and obviously we've got the photo mats. Aren't you liking these cute little stamps on those photo mats? And this was a cut apart. I did cut it down so it would fit on the page, and then used a little cut apart there just to complete that page. And there's our hidden photo mat. Are you liking the number of photos you can get on here? Because you really can add a lot. So this page actually comes down like that. This is a cut apart, so that gives you room to journal. Or you could add a photo there, nothing stopping you from. And obviously you have room for a 4x6 photo and a 2.5 by 3.5 picture right there. This comes down, this closes, and there we go. Now this is just a pocket. I added a cut apart onto this and a couple of photo mats there for your 4x6 photos. So you could put that in the pocket if you wanted to. I had it just sort of half in, half out. So there is that, and there's your hidden photo mat. Oops, there. Now this is, I could have made this so you have tags in there, but I left it so you could have 3x4 photos and room for a 4x6 photo on this page. Wouldn't that be great? I mean, or a couple of photos there. Okay, this was different from the tutorial. I just wanted to make a waterfall somewhere, so this is one of those reverse waterfalls where you pull it. So you can have 2.5 by 3.5 photos here, and I think 3x4 will fit. Yeah, you could put 3x4 photos there. You'll cover some of the photo mat, or 2.5 by 3.5, especially on the top. I will write pull at some point there. There is our hidden pocket page. This next page, I did the same thing as I did with the other pocket. This is now a side loading pocket with more photo mats in a little folder. And basically I took a 4x4 cut apart and cut it down to make it like 3x4-ish. Added a sticker on the bottom here and added it onto some other paper which coordinates with this side. And this just opens up like this, giving you room for more 4x6 photos. And there is our photo mat. So this page I used to tag as a closure, adding that to the page design. And this will come up like this, and this will actually open like this. So you have room to put 6, actually, 3x4 photos. Now, I did not add a photo mat on here just because I didn't want to break up the orange showing. And then for the back inside cover, this is a magnetized flap. I just put this mainly for decoration. It just was a big expansive decorative paper. So it's just a circle that I cut with a enamel dot. It's a graphic 45 enamel dot. It's very tall. So this will open like that. I used some coordinating cardstock I had in my stash. And in this pocket, I just put this little cut apart, some plain cardstock in the back. But I like to have pockets in the back because it gives you lots of room to put anything else that didn't fit. I mean, you might want to stick in candy wrappers, Halloween party invitations, other photographs that didn't fit anywhere else in the book. Although there's a lot of room in the book, I can't imagine it wouldn't fit. But I love to have a pocket with a flap in the back just to corral everything. The back cover is just simply some paper. This was from a 12x12 sheet, and that was from the 6x8. There is the spine, and there we are back to the cover. Sorry, trying to move the ghosties, and they'll move. I mean, they've moved a little bit. So there we are. I have completely smashed one 6x8 paper pad. I have another one left, a couple of stickers, a couple of cut aparts, but I will be making something else with this. Now, it may not be by the end of August. It may be into September, but I'll see what I can do. That's what I wanted to show you today. I will put, again, the link in the description box for the tutorial to make the mini album. Of course, I used a different paper pad in the tutorial, but it works almost the same. Like I said, I added a couple of different things to this. All right, that's what I want to show you today. Thanks so much for watching, and have a fabulous day.